Winning. I've outsmarted you on a number of levels. Beta. Well, actually, King's not. Beta.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
Keep your mouth shut. I'm going to go in there and slap your face.
You know, we're going to rise like the Phoenix. And
Get in my limousine. Ride on 85. Get in my Learjet. Woo!
Welcome to the Asterisk Conclusion Podcast. I'm the king himself, and I have Nate Gate and the man, the myth, the legend, Grizz here joining us. Whew.
What's going on, King?
Whew, not much. Guys, how are y'all doing?
Ready for another amazing week of fantasy. Goodness, I hope we get more points than last week.
Anything's possible, right? Well, let's quickly just do a quick recap of the matchups last week in the Ashland Cup. Winners, losers. To be honest, with the points, everyone was pretty much a loser in my opinion. All right. Just kind of doing a quick recap. We had LTD versus the King. I did not do too well, and LTD triumphed. We had first and goal versus Nate Gate. Nate Gate, congratulations with that victory.
Yeah, it was a battle of who could care less that game.
Then we had the Evil Empire Gatos versus Sleeper. That went Gatos' way, unfortunately. The whole league cried about that.
To be fair, anybody who played Sleeper last week, it would have gone their way.
That is true.
And Gatos won the week that week with 132, which I think is, I mean, I'm not trying to bust Gatos. I don't recall anybody ever winning the week at 130 points.
Yeah, that was quite low. And honestly, I was kind of joking when I said we should almost have a point line, and if you don't cross it, roll the point money over. But I don't know, that was kind of just silly talk.
I don't hate it.
Exactly. Continuing on, we had Grizz. We had you versus Tuna. Any comments on that loss?
It's not just that. I lost Montgomery first quarter, and being a Bears fan is a double whammy. But I think if I had Montgomery that game, I probably would have had an extra 20 points. So I would have had a chance to get into that week and possibly have won the points. But that's fantasy football. You just hate to see, you're at the bar watching the game wherever you're at, and you see your players go down first quarter. You're like, oh, really? And then Herbert gets 35 points. I'm like, oh, even worse.
Oh, I know, terrible. And then battle of Magic and Huza, not too exciting there either, but Huza pulled out that victory.
Yeah, that's a nail biter.
Too.
Oh yeah. And then the final game, Oracle versus Drill. Oracle won. I think everybody was quite happy with that.
Year of Oracle.
Magic Mike he's in last place, but if you look at everything as a whole, I mean, he's in last place. That's one thing I like about the weekly winner. He almost won some money there.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. So yeah, overall, very quality week. I mean, unfortunately, the points weren't there for everyone, but it was still fun watching some of our favorite people lose. That's for sure. But let's jump into week 4.
Hey, Coop, I got one thing I wanted to point out real quick. We didn't talk about this, but I'm just looking at, we're going into week 4, and I'll see what your thoughts are and Nate's thoughts are. I'm looking at the waiver wire budgets, and I think it is pretty interesting if you look at all the teams. The Sleeper has spent the most money so far. He's only got $43 left. And Mansilk has touched nothing. And I think we kind of talked about this. How do you see the waiver wire unfolding moving forward?
Ooh.
I feel like it's like the same as every year. I mean, Normally, I'm chasing sleeper for who can throw the most money down the drain. But normally, you two are also pushing it, but only when you're picking. You see that one player that you think is going to break out. Normally, it's the Rams running back, but normally one of you two is throwing some money down the toilet too.
Yeah, I didn't say. It's like we don't have that James Robinson. There really hasn't been that guy. Like, man, it's been a weird year of fantasy, I think, so far this year. I mean, again, looking at our league, it's still almost anybody's game. I mean, Oracle's sitting up top right now. He's doing good, but Ryan's really only, or Gatos, he's still only 20, 30 points ahead from basically the guy who is actually Gold's got 390 at 10. I mean, Sleeper's at 367. I mean, he's at 11th, and Ryan's at 394 at second. Our league is tight.
Yep.
Very,
I
very
like it, though.
Yeah. And no, as far as like the waiver wire goes, you're right. Andy and I usually go full boat on one player, but that player to me hasn't popped yet, or at least I haven't seen. And that's kind of like Andy was saying, kind of weird. Who's not touching a dime is not abnormal either for some reason. If I remember correctly, he pretty much holds on to every penny he's got for some.
I don't know why you'd even by week 4 how you cannot spend a penny. I don't get
it. I mean, I don't understand either, but especially if you're not in first place.
One other point before we get into this week, I did just want to mention, completely unselfish on my part, but after picking 2 rounds of games, I'm at 9-3 games. I don't know how you guys are doing, but feeling pretty good about my picks so far.
Yes, very good. I think I'm actually even. Like, if I remember correctly, last week I was 3-3. I'm 3-3 this week, so 6-6 maybe.
Oh, steady Eddie, I like it.
Yeah, 50-50. I think Grizz was maybe his first. Last week was his first time picking games, and
nice.
I think he finished 3-3 himself.
We'll see how the year finishes up. Maybe we'll get a run in total or something, but it's always fun. And one other thing, our listeners wanted to know who won the bet. Going back to waiver wire, did somebody spend more than what was the line? $20?
Yeah, $20. I should have. I mean, Nate, you were correct, and I'll have to say I'm pretty sure you factored in the stupidity of our league.
Oh man. I would not have gone in Joku as the guy that made somebody spend $20. I would have figured it'd been some horrible running back, but go figure.
Well, Nate, I don't know if we actually put stakes on that, did we?
No, it's bragging rights.
But
pride.
But I'll get you a beer next time we're out.
All right, that'll work. All
right. Well, let's jump into week 4 real quick. Okay,
let's do it.
All right. First up, we got myself, the King, versus Magic Mike. What do you guys think, and who are y'all's picks?
He's already ahead of you at 1.55, so I don't know if you can overcome that.
Well, if it's like last week, then I probably can't.
Woo! Jamar Chase is just blowing it up in this game.
Nate, who you picking to win this?
Yeah, I look down lineups. I like yours. I feel like you reached a little bit in the draft, but all your reaches are starting to come in. I feel like this is going to be a good week for Pierce. And then Devonta Smith, I don't know if we've talked about him yet, but he's really been popping recently. So I like him. I'm worried about you with your Herbert Williams stack, but maybe those ribs hold up enough to put down Magic Mike.
Yeah. Grizz, what do you think?
Yeah, the Chargers are in bad shape, but they're playing Houston. I'm just looking at matchups, and that's generally how. I mean, our league is really tight. I don't like Cordell Patterson at Cleveland.
That is a bad matchup.
I mean, and you got Trevor Lawrence and NTN at Philadelphia. I think Magic Mike could have a long week. I'm leaning towards Coop.
All right. So 3 Kings across the board. I like it.
We 3 Kings.
3 Kings. All right. Next matchup. We got Gatos versus Drill.
Oh, man.
Whew.
On the toilet.
That's a bloodbath right there. I'm so we
The
need to get some
collusion
trash
bowl.
talking on that.
Oh, so much hate right there. I mean, it's unbelievable. Grizz, who you liking in this?
I mean, I love Drill's big three, but after that, honestly, his team is looking kind of rough. It's very, very vanilla. Uh, is Ryan going to play Tom Brady this week? I would. I talked to Ryan Gottis about Brady. You know, he just looks flat, and their team's banged up. I would consider playing Cousins again there. He'll probably change his roster knowing him. He's got Aaron Jones, Sanders. I'm leaning towards Gatos in that one.
Okay, Nate, who you think liking right there?
All right, well, I'm gonna zag while y'all zig. I'm liking drill. What I love about this, first off, you got Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs for the drill, and Gatos has just got his running backs, whoever he puts in there, he's got question marks. So what's great is this game's gonna come down to Sunday night, 8:20 p.m. Mahomes versus Brady. I know who we'd all pick as far as quarterbacks go, and I think that's gonna be enough to get drill over the top.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I'm picking Gatos. So it's 2-1 right there.
All right.
Let's jump into Battle of the Brothers, Tuna versus Huza.
Woo!
Whew, unbelievable. Nate, what do you liking about this?
I'm gonna do every time I see this matchup, I'm just picking Tuna. I'm not really gonna look up the lineups. I just know Tuna's gonna win. Go Wolfpack.
Oh, terrible reason. Grizz, what do you think?
Well, I'm looking at Gerald's projected at 111 and Tuna's at 123. So I mean, Nate's got some inside knowledge there. He didn't have to look, and he already knows. But St. Brown is hurt with Detroit. I think. I don't know how Hill's still playing right now. I mean, Gerald's team to me. I mean, I like Jamal Williams a lot. Herbert versus the Giants may be pretty good. I mean, Lamar Jackson. It's kind of like his bread and butter. If Lamar Jackson doesn't play good, I don't see him winning. And Buffalo is not going to give Lamar Jackson a 50-point week. So I'm looking at this matchup. Rodgers is playing New England. New England's kind of banged up. It's at Green Bay. I'm leaning towards Tuna on that one.
All right, I picked Tuna myself, especially after the poor management of Huza leaving touchdowns on the bench. Thank you, Joe Mixon. Moving on to Grizz and First. Whew.
He put Joe Mixon, his second-round draft pick, on the bench for Tony Pollard. Let's talk about that for a second.
I think it was first round.
I just don't get that at all.
I think
that's a first-round draft pick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's first-round draft pick. Terrible.
What the commission needs to send him a red flag. You don't bench your first-round draft pick. I'm sorry. That's awful.
Yes, terrible. Getting back to Grizz and First and Goal.
I have breaking news.
What's that?
Tua is down. He's out of the game with a head injury. He will not return.
Well, if you are Dolphins, if you got Hill I'm gonna tell you let's see what Bridgewater does.
Yeah, but regardless, First and Goal started Tua, so I'm picking you, Grizz. I like your chances this week.
He started Tua. Oh, that sucks. I mean, that's a big differential.
The champion's struggling this year.
He's at 2.5. Ooh, sorry, Goal.
Yes, very terrible.
I need to get Taylor rolling. That's my problem. Taylor's just getting kind of like McCaffrey, like 12 to 15 points a week. He's and with Montgomery going down, and also I look at my roster. Harris with the quarterback going down in New England. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I'm hoping Juju. He played well last week and do something. But Tua going down for Goal, I really think hurts him. And Sutton in Denver. Denver's just been kind of flat. I think Barkley's going to have a really big game against the Bears, but he's also starting Burkhead. I like my lineup a little bit more, but only really now because Tua went down. That really hurts him bad.
Yeah, it does.
Thoughts?
Ooh, that was close, man. I almost thought you were going to pick your competition, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going Grizz also on this, just because of the Tua going down. I'll tell you that right now. Nate, did you have any thoughts on first and goal and Grizz?
Oh no, like I said, Tua's down. I'm picking Grizz.
That's right. Easy peasy. Let's move on to LTD versus Evil Sleeper. I'll tell you right now, I'm picking LTD on this one. What do you think, Nate?
Well, all right. We got a full disclosure at this point. Jalen Waddle has less than 3 points, and T. Higgins has 15 over 15 points with a touchdown, 70 yards, 2 receptions. I don't like a lot of players on Sleeper's starting lineup though, so I gotta go with my man with the supply of Whisper Creep. I'm going LTD.
Oof. Grizz, what you got?
This is a weird one because Sleeper is. I keep looking at this team. Like Tampa Bay's banged up, but they got Gage. I mean, there's all these question marks. He's got players listed as questionable, including his kicker. Who cares about kicker? But James Conner hasn't posted really more than 50 yards combined in the last 3 games. And Hawkinson is listed as questionable. I don't like Ezekiel Elliott, but he does seem to play okay against Dallas, I believe. It really comes down to what Eckler, I think, can do. He's got Jared Goff at quarterback. I just want to basically just flunk LTD for playing golf. Sorry, LTD, but I'm actually leaning towards a sleeper on that one.
All right.
Ooh, I like it. All right, we got one more game. Oracle versus Nate Gate. Grizz, I'll let you go first on this one.
Oracle versus Nate Gate. This is the good projected points. This might be the game of the week right here. If I'm looking at projections and overall stats, I mean, 130 versus 134. That's a pretty high.
Ooh, I like that.
Some points. He's got 14 right now. I did have a good feeling about the Bengals in this game. And Mike Evans is back for the Oracle. Chubb. He got Williams for Detroit versus Seattle. That's a great matchup, and that's a trade we don't like very much. You and Coop, that is. I mean, what if Williams gets 30 points this week? Oracle looks really good, and Jalen Hurts is awesome playing Jacksonville. I think if Nate Gate's going to win this one, he's got to get McCaffrey to go off. I like Bateman and Kelsey. That is a good matchup, but no offense to the Nate Gate, I'm kind of leaning towards the Oracle right now, especially since Tua's out and Burrow may rip 2 more touchdowns tonight.
Well, I have Oracle myself. Gate, do you have a response to that?
No, I think I'm picking myself. I always bet on myself. You know that. This is going to be my hardest matchup of the season. I need Jalen Hurts to show up against Jacksonville, or I need Burrow to take the second half off since he doesn't have a starting QB going up against him. Maybe they just get mixing the ball in the second half. My wide receivers are not great, guys, so I'm going to be sweating this one unless, like you said, Grizz, McCaffrey goes off. But I'm going to pick the Gate.
Ooh, I like it. Nate, hit me up with a trade. I got plenty of receivers. 6 deep, dude. 6 deep.
We'll see.
All right. Well, we're just, and when I say just about out of time, we actually have gone over a little bit more. Okay. But real quick, give me each of y'all. Give me one player that's going to go off this week. That's anybody. Go, Grizz. Go.
I think Barkley's going to do real well. He's got his confidence back. I like the way he's playing. Expect about 25 or 30 points from Barkley this week, and I'm a Bears fan.
Whew. Awesome. Nate, what you got?
All right, so I've been saying this for 2 weeks, but this is the week it's going to happen. Brady's got nobody but Evans to throw to. I think Leonard Fournette goes off.
Ooh. This could be it. Well, I'm got one player myself. I'm going DJ Moore for the Panthers.
Nice.
going out there on a limb. And when I say going off, I'm saying at least 17 points or more.
Wow, calling your shot. I love it, man.
Calling the shot because he hasn't been involved in the pass game, and it's been written about a lot. I think there's been some vagueness with McCaffrey this past week, and DJ's their next best player on offense. I think it's going to be his week. He'll get like 7 or 8 catches, probably go for 100 yards, possibly a touchdown.
See that being a pretty, high scoring game, at least in the 30s on both sides.
Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, I'm going to say this has been an awesome pod. Thank you guys for joining us. And for all the listeners out there, don't forget, we're right and you're wrong.
See you, everybody.
See you.
All right. Later.
Bye.